Started over at Mountain Town Station, 1896. Well, at some point, I think it was around 2006 or so, Jim asked Kim, who was the head brewer over there at the time, if he'd be interested in getting a microbrewery started. So they did exactly that across the street in that warehouse. There was no tap room at the time, and business was booming, so we're here now. If somebody is undecided as to what they want to drink, spin the wheel, and wherever it lands, that's what they get. There's a black portion on it, and if it lands there, the bartender gets to choose.
It's a very relaxed atmosphere. It's very interpersonal. It's not too cluttered. It's just nicely divided out. In back, it's pure mayhem because there's so many things going on at once that we rely on each other to not only prep future things later in the day, but we also require on other people to get their jobs done to make sure that we ourselves can leave the brewery every day. It was a joke. It started with my professor. I was in food service administration, and I walked down to his office. I didn't really want to work in the restaurant industry or in the food packaging industry, and he asked me if I liked beer, and I said yes. And I ended up at Mount Pleasant Brewing Company. The daily basis is clean, take measurements, and pretty much go crazy. I go crazy just because I can, in here, my imagination runs free along with the rest of the brewers. Anything that we can dream or imagine, we can bring to one's taste buds. We have our own interpretation of different styles, especially our side batches. Those don't necessarily have any sort of preliminary following. Like, we just kind of throw them together and see what happens. Okay. And a lot of them have had great success. My personal favorite's the Dandelion. The Dandelion that we currently have on, because it's a great spring beer. It's a representation of not only spring, but how we can utilize our surroundings to also make beer. We've taken a weed that everyone else discards, and we made something tasty of it.
There. And it's limitless. I mean, put peanut butter in a beer, which we did on Monday. Peanut butter stout. Today we're making the group. Doesn't have any hops in it. 3 herbs. We're going to pull off some of it and do 2 small side batches, which are experimental. The ability to create new beers that have never been made before. Oh, just to hear their feedback, their input as to if they don't like a beer, especially if there's anything they don't like. That's almost more important than what they do like. I've been here a year, but I'm still just now starting to really get to know some of the regulars. And a lot of people are afraid to give you negative comments, but that's the only way we're going to make it better, really. Other people's opinion. It's like when we're sampling, the more people that sample it, the more opinions we have, and you can take notes and just go from there. Like, if there's something wrong, we're going to try to fix it. If there's something right, maybe do it again or tweak it. The more people sampling it, more perspectives, essentially.